Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, take a victory lap because you have Disney running scared, ladies and gentlemen, and we have even more evidence of that today. And it's one of those things that comes from my beautiful prediction from WDW Pro himself. Well, it's one of the reasons why we trust Pro, because his rumor mill is very accurate. He's got a really great rating on all that kind of stuff, and it's one of those beautiful things that we have to cover all the time because more often than not, about 95 to 99% of the time, his scoops are proven true. And once again, boys and girls, we have evidence of that today because the Walt Disney Company knows that its Snow White remake, the live action nonsense garbage, half animation, I don't know what kind of BS they're trying to pull with this kind of garbage, but they know it's going to be a disastrous dumpster fire. From Rachel Zeigler's absolute abysmal red carpet interviews that of course have gone viral, where she called the original movie weird, and of course that all just ended up turning into a viral moment. And of course all of the backlash she's gotten from all of her political posts and everything else guarantees that this movie is going to be an absolute disastrous dumpster fire at the box office. And boys and girls, not only does this scoop confirm one of Burrow's actual predictions, but also shows that a more rumor mill stuff has been confirmed as well, because once again, we now know that it has now been proven true that Rachel Zeigler has now been replaced by a younger version of herself who will actually end up being more predominant in the movie out there because of all the backlash Disney has gotten. They know she's toxic. They know she is nothing more than bad for the brain. And guess what? This leaked trailer, this actual released trailer, now confirms every single one of those scoops, boys and girls. So take solace in the fact that you have Disney running scared. Because from our dear sweet friends over there at thatparkplace.com, new Snow White trailer released before Wicked trailer without YouTube video. WDW Pro scoop confirmed. And why? Why would they not release it on YouTube? Because, boys and girls, just like everything else that they've released in this modern era night right now, the trailers get absolutely ratioed into oblivion, and everybody knows it. We write articles about it. The people write articles about it. We make videos over it. Everybody knows about it, and everybody roasts this because it's very obvious this is something the audience doesn't want or desire in any way, shape, or form, and it is now going to turn into another disastrous dumpster fire that they have spent almost up to $500 million on this movie between reshoots and all of everything that they did in the very beginning. This movie is going to turn into a giant flop for Disney, and they all know it, and that's why they're deciding to not even put the YouTube video out there, because they don't want us to make videos about it getting ratioed. Well, guess what? We're making videos about your own guilty conscience as well, because we know why you're doing this. We're very well aware of it, and we are calling you out on your BS, because the Snow White remake will be an absolute disastrous dumpster fire. And guess what, Disney? You did it to yourself, and it's going to be exactly what you deserve. So we're going to check out this article from thatparkplace.com, getting all of the juicy details and to see exactly what's going on out here, and of course show even more versions of WW Pro's scoops confirmed. But before we do, if you do enjoy our content, hit that like button, share with all your friends, and subscribe or follow if you have not already, boys and girls, because we are grinding, we are growing, and I could not do that without every single one of you. Also, leave us a comment in the section down below. Does it surprise you at all that Disney is actually doing this? Do you believe this is actually completely and totally a direct reaction to all of the fans pushing back and talking about these kind of things and making sure that they don't show up for this garbage nonsense? Or do you think that Disney might have just had some other kind of crazy marketing strategy for all of this kind of nonsense, and maybe there's a completely and totally normal explanation for the fact that they're hiding from the fans? Let us know what you think about all that in the comment section down below. And if you'd like to support the channel, please check out the links in the description as well. So from thatparkplace.com and our dear sweet Rick Frazier, new Snow White trailer released before Wicked trailer without YouTube video. WDW Pro scoop confirmed. 48 hours ago, noted scooper and That Park Place publisher WDW Pro announced a new scoop that Disney was attempting to limit damage to their upcoming Snow White movie. It won't do them any good. To do so, he announced that the company was considering releasing the main Snow White trailer before Wicked and or Moana 2, but not release a YouTube trailer video simultaneously, i.e. put it out in the theaters to make sure everybody sees it before the Wicked movie prior to actually releasing it on YouTube at the same time, which is normal. That's normally how they do something. If you're going to release a trailer in theaters, you generally release it on YouTube as well to get your giant broad reach out there. But clearly, they are now running scared of all of the fans out there and all of the critics who completely and totally tear them down for the disastrous dumpster fire that Disney is currently in right now. This would be to prevent a downvote brigade that could drive a new negative narrative about the movie. After having watched the trailer, it's rather obvious why they might try to do so. And obviously, we're not going to watch the trailer here because, boys and girls, we know if Disney's trying to hide things, they will absolutely copyright claim us and make sure that none of you see this video as much as they possibly can. A number of things stand out from the leaked trailer. We have embedded from on X, on their X account. So if you want to watch the full embedded trailer, leaked trailer out there, go check out WW Pro, go check out That Park Place's X account, aka Twitter, and go check out that kind of stuff. You can watch the full thing out there. First reports that Snow White would lead a revolution against the monarchy turn out to be absolutely true. While Disney puts classic story in the trailer, this is clearly not in any way how the original Snow White fairy tale nor Walt's version played out. The idea of Snow White leading a military effort against the evil queen with the dwarfs in tow is rather amazing. It's strong women power, boys and girls. You know you gotta have it. We're not sure it's amazing. We're not sure it's amazing in a good way. Furthermore, Snow White appears to try to rescue the prince in the trailer, confirming again that the princess will be the hero, not the male figure. Color us shocked there, because of course, Rachel Zeigler herself said that the original Prince Charming out there was a little bit of a stalker. It was weird. It was weird. It was weird. This confirms a number of WW Pro scoops, but the biggest, of course, is the damage control effort by Disney not releasing on YouTube. The trailer also features original music and shows the young girl playing Snow White. Oh, really? Pro has previously also said that she will feature prominently as Disney lost confidence in giving Zeigler as much screen time. And why wouldn't they? I mean, look at that face right there, boys and girls. Aren't you just excited to try to figure out a way to believe that she's the fairest of them all, that she's actually pretty and more beautiful than Gal Gadot? No, ladies and gentlemen, which is exactly why Disney is running and hiding from the audience out there. And why wouldn't they? They've literally had disastrous dumpster fire after disastrous dumpster fire time and time again. We have ratioed them into oblivion over and over again. We make videos over it. People write articles over it because it turns into nothing more than a PR nightmare for them. And guess what? Disney has done this to themselves. They decided to hire woke activists that go out there and spout a bunch of nonsense and go out there and write a bunch of nonsense and completely and totally disrespect the original source material. And guess what? Fans aren't standing for it anymore. So guess what? All of you boys and girls out there, all of you wonderful ladies and gentlemen, by all means, take a victory lap because you deserve it. You have done this to the Walt Disney Company, as well as all of the journalists out there, the actual legitimate journalists out there, all of the independent news media who have covered this kind of stuff and have talked about the disastrous dumpster fires that every single one of these Disney products have been over the last few years. They decided to bet on identity politics. They decided to bet on the woke agenda. And guess what? It is blown up in their faces. A modern audience does not exist. It never has. It's been the same audience you have always had that likes the exact same things. And no matter how much you try to force change, no matter how many of the billions of dollars you sacrifice on the altar to your false god of the cult, well, guess what? It's going to blow up in your faces just like the Snow White remake will be. And guess what, fans? It's all because of you.